You wake up, step out of bed, and there it is on the floor, a dead mouse, or a bird, or if you're lucky, just a half-chewed toy and a sock. And your cat is sitting right there looking up at you, clearly waiting for something. You feel a mix of horror and confusion, and you do what almost everyone does. You grimace, grab a paper towel, and get rid of it as fast as possible. And in that moment, without meaning to, you just insulted your cat in the deepest way possible. Because that gift is not what you think it is. It's not a trophy. It's not really even a present in the way we mean it. It's something far stranger and honestly far more touching, and it reveals exactly how your cat has categorized you in its mind. Spoiler, it's not as your owner, it's not even as its friend, it's something a lot more humbling than that, so hold on to two things. First, the gift isn't a gift, it's a message about what your cat thinks your role is, and once you understand it, the dead mouse becomes one of the most flattering things a cat can do. And second, your reaction to that gift sends a message back, and most people every single time send the worst possible one. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do instead. And stick around because the strangest part is this. Cats who have never been outside, who have never seen real prey in their lives, still do this with toys, socks, hair ties, random objects. And the cats most likely to bring you gifts are a very specific group. There's a reason, and it's the most surprising part of the whole thing. Here's why this matters more than just figuring out a gross habit. Gift bringing is one of the clearest, most unambiguous things a cat ever does to show you where you stand in its world, and we routinely respond to it with disgust, which teaches the cat the exact opposite of what we'd want. Think about it from the cat's side. It performed an act it considers enormously important and generous, and the recipient recoiled, made loud upset noises, and threw the offering in the trash. To the cat, that's baffling and a little crushing. Do that enough times and a cat learns that its gestures of care are unwelcome, which quietly erodes the very bond the gift was meant to strengthen. We think we're just cleaning up. The cat thinks its love was rejected. Researchers who study feline predatory behavior, including teams that have put cameras on outdoor cats to see what they actually do all day, have unpacked what's really going on with this. And the picture that comes back reframes the whole thing. So the question I want in the back of your mind is this. When your cat brings you a gift, is it giving you something, or is it trying to do something for you? Because the answer is the second one, and it changes everything. To understand the gift, you first have to understand something surprising about why cats hunt at all. Because it's not what you'd assume. We think animals hunt because they're hungry. But in cats, the hunting drive and the hunger drive are two completely separate systems. A perfectly well-fed cat, a cat with a full bowl waiting at home, will still hunt with total commitment. Studies that tracked outdoor cats found they kill far more than they ever eat. A large share of their prey is never consumed at all. The hunt isn't about the meal. The drive to stalk, chase, pounce, and catch is hardwired in on its own, independent of an empty stomach. So your cat catching something is not your cat being hungry. It's your cat doing the thing it was built to do regardless of the food in its bowl, and that's the key that unlocks the gift. If the cat isn't hunting to eat, then the catch is surplus. It has a kill and no need for it. The question becomes, what does a cat do with prey it doesn't need? And the answer is where this gets remarkable. Here's the first and biggest explanation, and it's the one that reveals your role. In the wild, this exact behavior has a name and a purpose. It's how mother cats teach their kittens to hunt. A mother doesn't just hand her kittens food, she runs a curriculum. Stage 1. She brings dead prey back to the den so the kittens learn what food looks like and tastes like. Stage 2. She brings injured, half-alive prey so the kittens can practice the kill on something that can't fully fight back. Stage 3. She leads them out to hunt live prey themselves. It's a structured, escalating training program delivered by carrying prey home. Now look at your cat, it brings you dead prey. Sometimes, to your horror, it brings you something still alive, releasing it in your living room so you can, in its mind, practice. Think about a cat named Marble who regularly deposited live, unharmed mice at her owner's feet and then sat back to watch. Her owner thought she was being tormented. Marble was being a teacher. She had assigned her human a role, and that role explains the whole behavior. Your cat has looked at you, this enormous creature that has never once, in all the time it's known you, caught a single thing and concluded that you are a hopeless hunter. A big, clumsy, well-meaning kitten who will surely starve without intervention. So it's doing what its instincts demand. It's bringing you prey to teach you and to keep you fed until you finally learn. That's loop 1 closed. The gift isn't a trophy or a thank you. It's a lesson, and your role in your cat's mind is its student, a beloved, incompetent kitten it has taken under its paw. And this is also where one of the most disturbing things cats do finally makes sense. The way a cat seems to play with its prey before finishing it, batting a half-dead mouse around like a cruel little game. It looks like torture. It isn't. Two things are happening. First, hunting is genuinely dangerous up close. Even a small rodent can deliver a nasty bite to the face or eyes, so a cat will bat, toss, and exhaust risky prey from a distance to wear it down until it's safe to handle. Second, that play is the predatory sequence itself. The stalk pounce bat catch cycle the cat is wired to run and finds deeply satisfying. So when your cat brings you a still twitching gift and seems to toy with it at your feet, it's not being sadistic. It's demonstrating the technique, disabling the prey the safe way, for the clumsy kitten it's trying to teach. The cruelty is actually the lesson plan, but here's where it gets interesting because there's a second layer underneath the teaching. It's not only instruction, it's provisioning. In a cat colony, members bring food back to a shared, safe location, the den, to contribute to the group. Your home is the den, you are the group. So when your cat carries its surplus kill back to you, part of what it's doing is the ancient act of provisioning the family. I caught this, I brought it to our safe place, this is for us. It's not keeping the prize for itself. It's sharing it with the creatures it considers kin. The mouse on your pillow is, in the cat's economy, a contribution to the household, your cat pulling its weight, feeding the family the only way it knows how. And there's a detail in where the gift lands that makes this even more pointed. Notice that cats so often deposit their prey not just anywhere, but in a very specific place, your bed, your pillow, the doorway you'll walk through first thing in the morning. That's not random either. In the wild, a cat carries prey back to the safest spot it knows, the heart of the den, where it can't be ambushed and the food won't be stolen. So when your cat hauls a mouse onto your pillow, it's telling you something quietly enormous. Of every location in its entire territory, the place it has identified as the single safest, most secure spot in the world is right where you sleep. The internet jokes that your cat left you a horrible surprise in bed. What the cat is actually saying is that your bed is the center of its safe universe, and it brought the family's food to the family's safest place. Think of a cat named Oscar, who only ever left his catches directly on his owner's pillow, never on the floor, never in the hall. His owner found it disturbing until she understood it. Oscar wasn't choosing the grossest possible spot. He was choosing the best one, the place that smelled most like the person he trusted most, the den's true center. The location wasn't an insult layered on top of the gift. It was the gift's most loving part. And this is the part most people get completely wrong. Loop 2. Your reaction is a message, and the disgust message is devastating. When you shriek, recoil, and bin the gift in front of the cat, you're punishing an act of profound generosity. The cat doesn't understand gross or unhygienic. It understands that it did something important and loving, and you reacted with alarm and rejection. So what should you do instead? Don't reward the hunting with excitement, but don't punish the bringing either. The move is calm, warm acknowledgement, a gentle thank you, a soft pet, a moment of appreciation in your voice, and then, once the cat has moved on, you quietly and undramatically remove the gift. You're honoring the gesture while not throwing a celebration that encourages more carnage. Think of a cat named Ziggy, whose owner stopped screaming and started saying a calm, good boy, thank you before discreetly cleaning up later. The frequency didn't explode, the bond didn't suffer, and Ziggy kept feeling like a valued provider instead of a scolded criminal. That's loop 2 closed. Acknowledge the love, skip the drama, remove the gift quietly. And if you genuinely want fewer gifts, without crushing the instinct behind them, the answer isn't punishment, it's redirection. The drive is a hunting drive, so give it a better outlet. A daily wand toy session that lets your cat stalk, chase, and catch, until it's satisfied, burns down the surplus energy that fuels the real hunting. A cat that gets to be a successful predator on a feather toy has less need to go produce a mouse. For cats that go outside, keeping them in around dawn and dusk, their peak hunting hours cuts the catches dramatically, and a bell or a brightly colored collar cover gives the wildlife a fighting chance. You're not suppressing who your cat is. You're satisfying the hunter indoors so it doesn't have to satisfy itself outdoors. We're almost at the strangest part, the indoor cat and the sock. But first, the reveal that ties it all together. Here's the truth underneath all of it. Your cat is not giving you a present, and it's certainly not mocking you or showing off. It is doing two of the most fundamental acts of care in its entire behavioral repertoire, teaching and provisioning, both of which it reserves for family. A cat does not try to teach a stranger to hunt. A cat does not bring its surplus to creatures outside its group. The gift is, by definition, an act of inclusion. It means your cat has filed you into the same category as its own kittens and its own colony, something to be fed, taught, and kept alive. And that finally explains the strangest part, the indoor cat with no prey, and who does this most. An indoor cat that has never hunted a real animal in its life will still do this, because the program isn't triggered by experience, it's instinct, and it'll attach to whatever's available. So the cat hunts a toy mouse, a hair tie, a balled-up sock, kills it in a fit of play, and then carries it to you and drops it at your feet, sometimes with a distinctive yowl announcing the catch. To the cat, that sock is prey, and bringing it to you is the same teaching and sharing instinct, just running on a substitute. Think of a cat named Poppy, an indoor-only cat who deposits a specific stuffed toy on her owner's pillow every single night. She's never seen a mouse. She's running the exact same ancient program with the only prey she has. And here's the most surprising piece. The cats most likely to bring gifts are very often spayed females. The leading explanation is that this provisioning and teaching drive is rooted in maternal instinct, the urge to feed and instruct offspring. A spayed female has that powerful maternal programming with no kittens to direct it at, so it redirects. And the target it chooses is its family, you. The gift, in other words, is frequently a mother's instinct with nowhere to go, landing on the human she's adopted as her own. Which means that dead mouse might be the closest thing your cat has to calling you its child. And now I can tie the first loop all the way shut. Your role in your cat's mind isn't owner, isn't friend, it's family it's responsible for. Sometimes it's clumsy kitten to be taught, sometimes it's colony to be provisioned, sometimes, for a spayed female, very nearly its own offspring to be fed. Every version is the same conclusion. Your cat brings you gifts because it has decided you are hers to take care of, so here's where we land. We started with horror and a paper towel, a gross habit to be managed. And the truth turned out to be the opposite of gross. Your cat performed the highest act of care a predator has. It caught something it didn't need, carried it home to its safe den, and offered it to a member of its family it believes can't fend for itself. It tried to teach you. It tried to feed you. It tried to keep you alive. If you think back across everything, the cat that makes you its secure base, that weaves you into its scent world, that picks you as its safe person, this is the same animal, doing the same thing one more way. It has decided you are family, and family to a cat is something you provide for. The mouse isn't an insult. It's a small, bloody, deeply sincere "I've got you." It's not gross, it's devotion paid in the only currency a hunter has. It's just written in a language we were never taught to read, until now. So let's account for everything. The gift isn't a trophy or a thank you, it's teaching and provisioning, and it reveals that your cat has filed you as family it's responsible for closed. Your reaction is a message back, and the right one is calm acknowledgement, not disgust and not a celebration, closed. And the strangest one, the indoor cat with a sock, and the spayed females whose maternal instinct redirects onto you, explained by the simple fact that the whole behavior is instinct looking for family to care for, closed. But here's the thing about a cat with a hunting program and no real prey. That energy has to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes straight at you. The ambush from under the couch, the grab around your ankle, the bite that comes out of nowhere when you walk past. It looks like aggression. It isn't. It's the same hunter pointing the same instinct at the moving target it loves most. That's the next one, I'll meet you there. Next one, I'll meet you there.